Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya 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 Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Radha Ras Bihari, Radha Ras Bihari, Shri Radhe. Jayo Sitaram, Lakshman Hanuman, Sitaram, Jaya Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Lalita Vishakha, Radha Ras Bihari, Lalita Vishakha, Jayo Radha Ras Bihari. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. गौर प्रेमानंदे जयो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada की, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada की, ब्रह्म मध्व गौड़ीय संप्रदाय आचार्य गुरुवर की, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की, समावेत गौर भक्त वृंद की. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit ki. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Prabhupada ki. So, Hare Krishna. So today's verse in chronological order, we will be serving Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, chapter number 2 and verse number 97. कृष्णेर स्वरूपर होय षडविध विलास प्रभाव वैभव रूपे विविध प्रकाश. कृष्णेर स्वरूप है कृष्णेर स्वरूपेर होय षडविध विलास प्रभाव वैभव रूपे विविध प्रकाश. कृष्णेर स्वरूपेर होय षडविध विलास प्रभाव वैभव रूपे विविध प्रकाश. कृष्णेर स्वरूपेर होय षडविध विलास प्रभाव वैभव रूपे विविध प्रकाश. Audience, anybody? होय रविलास प्रभाव वैभव रूपे विविध प्रकाश. So we will continue with the translation because it's not very audible due to the number of people coming for darshan on the New Year's. So kindly repeat. Krishnera of Lord Krishna, Swarupera of the form, Hoy, there are Shada Vidha, 6 kinds, Vilas, pastime forms, Prabhava, Vaibhava, Rupe, in the divisions of Prabhav and Vaibhava. Dvividha, two kinds, Prakash, manifestations. So translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ji ki. The personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, enjoys himself in 6 primary expansions. His 2 manifestations are Prabhav and Vaibhav. Purport. Now the author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita turns to a description of the personality of Godhead Krishna in his innumerable expansions. The Lord primarily expands himself into 2 categories, namely Prabhav and Vaibhav. The Prabhav forms are fully potent like Sri Krishna, and the Vaibhav forms are partially potent. The Prabhav forms are manifested in relation with potencies, but the Vaibhav forms are manifested in relations with excellencies. The potent Prabhav manifestations are also of 2 varieties, temporary and eternal. The Mohini, Hamsa, and Shukla forms are manifested only temporarily in terms of a particular age. Among the other Prabhavas who are not very famous according to the material estimation are Dhanvantri, Rishabha, Vyasa, Dattatreya, and Kapila. Among the Vaibhav Prakash forms are Kurma, Matsya, Nar Narayan, Varaha, Hayagriva, Prishnigarbha, Baldev Yagya, Vibhu, Satyasen, Hari, Vaikuntha, Ajita, Vamana, Sarvabhauma, Rishabha, Visvaksena, Dharma Setu, Sudhama, Yogeshwar, and Brihadbhanu. The verse one more time. Krishnera Swarupa hoy, Shadavida Vilas, Prabhava Vaibhava Rupe, Dvivida Prakash. The personality of Goddess Sri Krishna enjoys himself in 6 primary expansions. His 2 manifestations are Prabhav and Vaibhava. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manoyabhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swa Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamscha Aradhyo Bhagwan Vrajesh Tanayas Tadham Vrindavanam Ramya Kachidupasana Vrajavadu Vargena Taya Kalpita Shrimat Bhagavata Puranayamalam Prema Pumartho Mahan Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhur Mataidam Nayatraya Graha Paraha Navaneeradhanindita Kanti Dharam Raso Sagar Nagar भूपवरं शुभवं किमचारु शिखण्डशिखिं भज कृष्णनिधिं व्रजराजसुतं भज कृष्णनिधिं व्रजराजसुतं राधिका सरोदैन्दु निन्दिमुखमण्डली वन्दिये श्रीपादपद्मा वृषभानुनन्दिनी वन्दिये श्रीपादपद्मा वृषभानुनन्दिनी वन्दिये श्रीपादपद्मा वृषभानुनन्दिनी आजानुलम्बितो भुजो कनकायवधातो संकीर्तनै पितरवो कमलायताक्षो विश्वम्भरो द्विजवरो युगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणा अवतारो पतित पावन निताय गौर सुंदर की। So, first of all, I would like to offer my obeisances unto all the assembled Vaishnavas, the audience, the senior Vaishnavas and Brahmacharis of ISKCON JUHU. I seek your blessings that whatever I speak will be pleasing to His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada and our Gaudiya Acharyas. If you find that what you like to hear is pleasing, then it is all the glories to His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada and His sincere followers. And if there is any inebrities or mistakes, I would like to ask for forgiveness right in the beginning of this class itself. So, Sri Krishnaraj Kaviraj Goswami has very nicely given us the biography of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what a better way to start our new year than to hear the highest of the highest amongst the scriptures. Srila Prabhupada said that first please study Bhagavad Gita very nicely, then Srimad Bhagavatam in chronological order, all the 9 cantos, and then into the 10th canto onwards. And once one has thoroughly absorbed Srimad Bhagavatam, then the PhD is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Now, one may wonder why we are doing this today. Generally, in all ISKCON centers, major centers, we do it every Monday. But this also happens to be a new year. So why not we all absorb ourselves in the highest scripture of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, which is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, in this particular chapter, Lord Chaitanya, Krishnaraj Kaviraj Goswami is establishing an irrevocable fact that Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is a very, very important fundamental truth that we should all be aware of if we want Krishna Prem and Seva in Sri Vrindavan Dham in Vraj. Otherwise, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada and many divine graces like Rupa Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravartipad, they all mention that there are many types of Krishna. But we are only concerned with the son of Nanda Maharaj. So, the one who spoke Bhagavad Gita is Vasudev Krishna. He is slightly, if we may, different from the son of Nanda Maharaj who is in Vraj. The Krishna who is in Dwarka is known as Dwarkadish. Krishna in Mathura is known by the name Mathuresh. But Krishna in Vrindavan is the supreme personality of Godhead from where everything emanates. The Vedanta Sutra says, Janamadi Yasya. What does that mean? And also Srimad Bhagavatam, the very first two words are Janmadi Yasya. So Janam means the creation. Now, the creation just does not mean our creation of the material worlds. It is also the creation of all spiritual worlds, including the different expansions are created from Sri Krishna. Lord Brahma has very nicely declared in the Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the cause of all causes. So that is Janam. Adi means here there is a double meaning pertaining to the spiritual world or the spiritual domain and also to the material creation. In terms of the material creation, Adi means the sustenance and the annihilation or the ultimate destruction or the Mahapralay. That is also, Krishna is the cause of all causes. But in the spiritual domain, the word Adi means that he is the sustainer of all his devotees, whether it is in Vaikuntha or in Golok Vrindavan or in Vraj. And that sustaining means giving them the rasa or the mellow. Krishna is Ras Raj. Navanira the Nindita Kanti Dharam Raso. What is it? Navanira the Nindita Kanti Dharam. Navanira the Nindita Kanti Dharam. Raso Sagara Nagara Bhupavaram. He is a Raso Sagar. He is the ocean of all mellows. So that is the meaning of the word Janam. Rupa Goswami explains that everything emanates from Sri Krishna, who is the supreme fountainhead. So, unless and until we do not understand that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna, they are non-different in one sense, but in one sense, they're also simultaneously amazingly different, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most munificent. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratishay Namaha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known as the Audharya Avatar. Audharya means the most magnanimous, even more magnanimous than Krishna. Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita to Arjun directly. And Arjun was fortunate enough to understand bhakti, and then he fought on the basis of bhakti. But we, the common people, we do have the Bhagavad Gita scripture, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Krishna is so kind that he came as his own devotee to teach his devotion about himself as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So these are some very, very sublime truths that we have to, if we want Krishna Prem, we have to follow in the footsteps of the devotees who have understood Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We just recited this verse glorifying Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam, Sthapitam Jena Bhutale. The personality known as Rupa Goswami, who established the principles of Krishna's innermost chamber in their heart, Mahaprabhu's desire to give the common people Krishna Prem, Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale, who established the rasa and tattva in this material world, Bhutale. Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. When will this Rupa Goswami give me shelter at his lotus feet. So these are all Prabhupadas. Rup Goswami is also Prabhupada. Sanatan Goswami is also Prabhupada. Jiva Goswami is also Prabhupada. Prabhupada is a very exalted, excuse me, Hare Krishna, very exalted title. Like we have all our acharyas, they are all Prabhupadas. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada. Actually, by English calendar, today is his disappearance. 1st of January 1935, 36, 36, right? 37, uh, when he wound up his pastimes, his Lila. So, all these great personalities, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So, what does the word Prabhupada mean? Most of us have learned it from the senior Vaishnavas. Prabhu means Sri Krishna, and one who is fully surrendered at the lotus feet of Krishna is known as Prabhupada. Another meaning of the word Prabhupada means where so many different Prabhus who have taken shelter of that lotus feet. Therefore, it is known as Prabhupada. So, uh, we are so fortunate in the line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We have so many Prabhupadas to guide us. And if we have to get pure Krishna Prem in Vraj Bhav, then we must follow them. Dharmastha Tattva Nihitam Guhyam Mahajana Jena Gata Sapantaha. The confidential confidential information is packed in the Vedas, it's packed in the scriptures, but only it will be revealed to those who follow the great devotees. And by then, we will be able to understand the, the secrets of true dharma, of or secrets of pure devotion. So we find that in this chapter, the Brahman effulgence is explained, which is the bodily luster of Lord Chaitanya. So who is Lord Chaitanya? Lord Chaitanya is Sri Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, in the mood or devotion of Srimati Radharani. So this is a very, very important truth that we all have to always remember every day, and if possible, every shan, every second, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, Krishna came in the mood of the highest devotee to teach devotion, and the highest devotee of Krishna is Srimati Radharani. So we have to, I think, can somebody turn that button on because the battery is getting low. I think the power supply is off. Yeah, yellow, see? Not yet. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So, as I was saying, uh, we all need Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in our lives. Vrajendra Nandana Shachi Shutto Hoilo Shei, Balram Hoilo Nitai. Narottam Das Thakur says that the son of Nanda Maharaj Krishna, he appeared as the son of Sachi Mata, Rajendra Nandan Sachi Shutta Hoilo Shei, about 535 years ago. And Balram Hoilo Nitai, and Lord Balram became the brother of Krishna. He appeared as Nityanand Prabhu. So, in this description that is given here by Kaviraj Gosai, he says that the Brahman effulgence is the bodily luster of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the super soul or Paramatma is his partial representation. So we find a similar statement even in the Brahma Samhita and also in Srimad Bhagavatam, because the effulgence of Krishna, the Krishna is so powerful, urja. He has got so much transcendental qualities that just like we see, if I can give an example, when we see a photograph of a very divine person, we find that there is an aura, like a halo around the head part, and then the whole body is effulgent. So Krishna is extremely effulgent, and that effulgence is defined as the Brahma Jyoti, which a lot of yogis get access to when they attain perfection, but they do not get to see the actual form of Krishna. Panthastu koti shatvatsara sampragamyo vayo rathapi manaso muni pungavanam so api asti yat prapadasimni achintya tatve govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So in Srimad Bhagavatam also it is very clearly mentioned Brahma iti, Paramatma iti, Bhagavan iti Shabdyate. So one can realize the Supreme Lord in three components. First is the Brahman, second is Paramatma, and the third is the Bhagavad form, Bhagavan form himself. We can find, we can have realization, but the highest realization is when we are able to see the form, like we are seeing the form of this beautiful Radha Ras Bihari every day here. So that is the highest concept of theism. So also in this chapter we find that the description of the different Vishnus, Purusha avatars are explained, like Mahavishnu, who is the reservoir of all conditioned souls. What does that mean? So that means that when there is a Mahapralay, whenever there is the dissolution, all the jivas, they take shelter in the stomach or the tummy of Mahavishnu. And when the new worlds or the material world is created, they are injected back. So these things are very nicely explained in this particular chapter. And it is established as an irrevocable fact that Lord Krishna is the ultimate fountainhead, meaning he is the supreme personality of Godhead. Srila Prabhupada has coined this wonderful word. Prior to that, the servant has read many different philosophies and books by many authors before coming to this great movement of ISKCON. And never ever I have ever heard these words like this, that supreme personality of Godhead. This is something that is Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, with his full realization, he has coined these words depicting Sri Krishna. Because fountainhead means what? Fountainhead means the source, which we explained earlier. Janmadi Yasya. Everything emanates from Sri Krishna. So he is the ultimate fountainhead and the source of numerous plenary expansions, including Lord Narayana. So most of us, when we are studying in school, and I remember when I grew up here in Bombay, by the way. I left Bombay about 40 years ago and settled down in North America. But I still remember that in our history books, we learned that because our historians, that when we went to the best convent schools, our parents gave us that opportunity to get educated. But that education is not the real education. Now that I realize, after all these years, after coming to ISKCON and the books of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, we find that all that they teach us in schools is really, in one sense, garbage about our Vedic culture. They call Ramayana, Mahabharata, all these different Leelas or pastimes as mythology. It's not mythology, it's a Greek word. Myth means imagination. And this is not imaginations. This is real. Itihas and Puranas are real. But because the historians were English, they manipulated because of the weakness of the Sanatan Dharmis. We have no idea what Sanatan Dharma is. And that is why His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada opened this college of theism known as ISKCON, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. We must all come and bring others so that we can be educated. So many of us are complaining that, oh, our religion, or we call ourselves Hindu. By the way, there is no such word as Hindu in the scriptures. Hindu is a word that was coined, it's a misnomer by the British. First, the Mughals came, and when they crossed the Khyber Pass, across the Indus River, the civilization was known as Indus. And then the British made that a misnomer, and they started calling the civilization beyond the Indus River Hindus. So this is not in our Shastras, this word. We are Sanatan Dharmis. Sanatan means eternal, and Dharam means religion. Eternal religion means serving Sri Krishna. Jiver Swarup hoy, Krishner Nityadas. We are complaining that, oh, our Hinduism or Sanatan Dharma is depleting. But then, who is to blame for that? Us. Because we are not educating ourselves. When our children ask that who is Krishna, who is Ram, what is the meaning? What is the meaning of Bhagwan, etc.? How many of this population is able to answer them correctly? Most of the time we have learned from childhood, all Bhagwans are the same. Sab Bhagwan ek hai. So these are the different philosophies that are floating around incorrectly. And that is the reason why most of us, I find that when I go in the West and I see our children grow up to Indian parents, they do not come to the temple anymore when they grow up a little bit. They are not interested in our Sanatan Dharma. They are interested in other things. Either they change their faith, they become Christians or Catholics, or they even take to Islam, or they become atheists, Gnostic. Because their parents have never been able to satisfy their query. And the other faiths, they are giving them something that is able to satisfy their query a little bit, which we are not able to give, our Sanatan Dharmi people who grow. So this is the education. ISKCON, by far, I can tell you, in my almost 35 years, after learning so many different scriptures or reading prior to coming and even after as a preacher, because I have to stay on top of it, there is nobody, no education in spirituality than ISKCON. And with great pride, I say that, because it is through practical experience I say it. And that is the reason we must take this very seriously, what Prabhupada gave to us. If we don't take it seriously, then we will be completely lost. And otherwise, we will just take things as they come, and we will buy any garbage theories or philosophies. So Lord Krishna is the ultimate founder and the source of numerous plenary expansions. We were taught in school that Krishna is an avatar of Vishnu. Tell me, how many of you have heard this before? Most of you heard this, which is such a nonsense. This is the English historians who manipulated our Shastras. So here very clearly in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in this particular chapter, it is mentioned here that even the different Vishnus and the Narayanas, etc., are his subjective or plenary portions, including Lord Narayana. And here in this particular verse, we talk about Prabhav and Vaibhav. So there is a lot of technicalities here. And these expansions are partial incarnations of Krishna, and these incarnations are delegated with certain powers. So we have to understand that, if I may, we are also expansions of Krishna. Like Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Mamayamsha Jiva Loka Jiva Bhuta Sanatan. We are eternally anshas, or we are part and parcels of Sri Krishna. Right? So there are so many different parts of Sri Krishna, but we are very anu, very atomic in by size and also by the qualities. We are a part of Sri Krishna, but extremely, very, very minute, infinitesimal. atomic. But also, there are others that Krishna expands himself into. So, that is also explained here in this particular chapter and in this verse. What is explained is that the jiva, maximum number of qualities a jiva can achieve is 50. And who is the best jiva? Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma has got 50 qualities. And then Lord Shiva has got 55 qualities, 5 qualities more. And the different various avatars of Krishna have got 60 qualities. And Vrajendranandan Krishna, Radha Ras Bihari ji has got 64 super excellent qualities. Chausat Kala Sampurna. So that is the thing. Although they are the same in potency, just like the example is given in Brahma Samhita, when you want to light one lamp or a candle, but there is one original candle that lights all the other candles. So the other candles also have the same potency or Shakti, but there is one original candle or the original deep, and that is Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom everything emanates. So here we find that the Prabhav and Vaibhav manifestations that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is explaining, and also in this verse, the Shada, the 6 different kinds of qualities or incarnations, which is also known as Ansha or Swa-Amsha. Swa means Krishna himself and Ansha means his parts. So what are those 6? It is not mentioned in this particular purport or in the translation, but since it was mentioned, I will very quickly touch on it. The 6 are Purusha Avtaras. What are the examples of Purusha Avtaras? The 3 Vishnus. Most of us, when we were younger or before coming to ISKCON, we did not even know that there is more than one Vishnu. So what are those Vishnus? So the Purusha Avtaras are Karana Udakashayi Vishnu, Garbha Udakashayi Vishnu, and the Shirodaksayi Vishnu. The Shirodaksayi Vishnu is that Vishnu who lies down in the ocean of milk. Shira. Shira means Shir Sagar. Shira Udakashayi, one who reclines in the ocean of milk. Then there is the Garbha Udakashayi Vishnu. Garbha Udakashayi Vishnu means one who reclines in the Garbha Sagar. In the beginning of creation, when Mahavishnu or Karana Udakashayi Vishnu simply exhales, like we do pranayam, right? In pranayam, there is exhalation and inhalation. So half a breath of Mahavishnu or Karana Udakashayi Vishnu, when he exhales, millions and millions of material universes are created. And this, believe it or not, the description is given in the Shastras that 25% of the entire creation is material. So for example, if we look at this phone here, this is 100% from here to here. If you all can see this. 25% is where my 2 fingers are. 25% is material. 75% is spiritual, or it is known as the Vaikuntha Lokas. And so that means it is full of entities, full of devotees who are serving the respective lordships, the different avatars of Krishna, the different expansions of Krishna in this region. So we are minorities, by the way, in this material world. And we have not even discovered a part of our smallest Brahman. We are one of the smallest Brahman amongst the so many different Brahmans, which consist of 14 different planetary systems. The Earth, and then there are 6 heavenly planets, and then there are 7 hellish planets. Bhur, Bhur, Swahar, Mahar, Jana, Tapa, Satya. And then like that, Tala, Vitala, Sutala, Mahatala, etc. The different. So we are in the middle earthly planet. And like that, there are so many. But prior to the different planetary systems, Garbhodaksayi Vishnu reclines in an ocean that emanates from his own sweat. Now, this may not sound very great, but everything about the Lord is transcendental. And then from his Kamal Nabhi, from his lotus navel, the first created being comes out from the lotus, Lord Brahma, etc. And Karanadaksai Vishnu, who is the Karan, who is the reason for the material worlds, and the other two Vishnus, he actually uh, inhales, everything is Mahapralay, everything is lost, everything is annihilated. And when he exhales, again the worlds are created. So all this information is found in our scriptures. Brahma Samhita has explained that. And so many. And also the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And especially here in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnath Kaviraj Goswami has very wonderfully given all these details. And Shirodaksai Vishnu also further expands unlimitedly as the Paramatma within our heart. He is there in everybody, in every atom. He is present. Otherwise, if we see those who have studied physics, what is the structure of the atom? The structure of the atom is nucleus, proton, and electron. What do the protons and electrons do? They revolve very fast, right? And the nucleus is like the heart. Just like in our heart, the Atma is there and Paramatma is there. Within the nucleus, Paramatma is present. And because of the Paramatma, that the atom gets its energy of the revolution. And when artificially somebody breaks that atom through nuclear through a nuclear process, that is called a nuclear bomb or an atom bomb. At that time, Paramatma leaves in a very, very angry mood because of the unnatural state. Like if somebody drives you out of your own house, you're going to be happy? No, you will be upset. So when Paramatma leaves that atom, at that time it creates so much energy that it becomes like an atom bomb or a nuclear bomb. When the cycle of the neutrons and electrons is broken through artificial means or asuric means or demoniac means. So that's how powerful Paramatma is. On a lighter side, one time Srila Prabhupada, somebody asked Prabhupada that you mentioned Paramatma is in everybody's heart. So Prabhupada said, yes, he is there. So what is he doing? So he stood up and he was asking questions. So he said, Prabhupada said, he is standing there with his forearms. Now you sit down. So the thing is, the education is important. We all need to educate ourselves. So the Purush avatars are Karanadaksai Vishnu or Mahavishnu, Garbhodaksai Vishnu, and Shirodaksai Vishnu. Also then, the second one is the Lila avatars. What are the examples? There are many, but Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narsingha, Vaman. Then there are Guna avatars, like who? Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva. So here it is very clearly established that Vishnu is an avatar of Sri Krishna, not the other way around. Not that Sri Krishna is an avatar of Vishnu. So Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva are the Guna. Guna means the three Guna. Vishnu is in the Lord of he is the Lord of the Satogun. Brahmaji is the Lord of Rajagun. And Lord Shiva is the Lord of Tamagun. Therefore, they are known as Guna avatars. And then there are the Manvantar avatars or the Manus. There are 14 Manus in the life of Lord Brahma. So right now our Brahmaji in this Brahman is approximately 50 years old. Halfway. So who is the Manu? Anybody knows that which Manu is presently in Brahma's life? Vaivasvat Manu. Vaivasvat Manu, out of the 14 Manus. So those are Manvantar avatars. Then we find that different Yuga avatars are there. So there are different Yuga avatars in Satya Yuga like Matsya, Kurma, Varan, Narsingha. In Treta Yuga we find Vaman, Parshuram and Lord Ramachandra. Right here, Dashrath Nandan Sri Ram. In Dwapar Yuga, we find in the Yuga avatars, Lord Balram and Krishna himself, they descend. And in Kali Yuga, Kalki avatar. But this particular Kali Yuga is called as the Golden Kali Yuga. Why Suvarna Kali Yuga? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. Not in every Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears. Not in every Dwapar, Krishna appears. It is said that every 10,000 Dwapar or every 10,000 Kali Yuga following that Dwapar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. So Srila Prabhupada said this is the Golden Kali Yuga. Why? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared and freely gave us Harinam. Ajanu lambito bhujo kanakaya vadato sankirtane pitaravo kamalaya taksho vishwambaro dvijavaro yugadharma paro vande jagata priya karo karuna avtaro. Ajanu lambito bhujo, those two personalities whose hands extend to their knees. This is the physiognomy when great personalities, even our Srila Prabhupada's hands extended to his knees. When you find somebody with such big ears, hands that extend to the knees, big forehead, so those are great personalities. That's physiognomy, one can tell. So their hands extended to Ajanu Lambito Bhujo Kanakaya Sankirtanai Pitaro and Gaur Nitai, Nityanand Prabhu and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are the founders or the fathers of the Sankirtan movement. Sankirtanai Pitaro. Pitaro means fathers. It's plural, Pitaro. Sankirtan Kamalaya Chaksho. And they have beautiful lotus-like eyes. Kamalaya Taksho, Vishwambharo, Dvijavaro. They are the sustainers of the creation, Vishwambharo and Dvijavaro, because they were born in the topmost Brahmin family, Dvijavaro. They were the top Brahmins. Kamalaya Taksho, Vishwambharo, Dvijavaro, Yuga Dharma Palo. So they are the ones who are bestowing, giving us the Yuga Dharma. And what is our Yuga Dharma? Chanting of the holy names. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
So he freely gave that, Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu. So much so that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Nityanand Prabhu and Haridas Thakur to go house to house and ask everybody to chant, and when Nityanand Prabhu would go, this is that great Nityanand Prabhu, Lord Balram, from whom everything emanates, because Lord Krishna in Golok Vrindavan simultaneously expands. On his right, he expands as Lord Balram, on his left as Srimati Radharani. And Balram ji, who is his Sandhini Shakti, Krishna is Samvit Shakti and Radharani is Haladini Shakti. Lord Balram, through Balram, he creates all the different spiritual worlds. Like the first quadruple expansion of Lord Balram, the Chaturvyu, is Vasudeva, Pradyumna, Aniruddha and Sankarshan. And then from them, this particular quadruple expansion is in the second planet after Golok Vrindavan, known as Mathura. And then further, from that Sankarshan of the first quadruple expansion, there appears the next four quadruple expansions, the second Chaturvyu, that is in Dwarka. Again, Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna. And from that Sankarshan, the second Chaturvyu or second quadruple expansion is the different Guna avatars and different avatars, including the Vishnus. So this is a very complicated subject matter. And here, as it is described, that Prabhav and Prabhav forms are fully potent like Krishna, but Vaibhav forms are partially potent. And the Prabhav forms are manifested in relation to their potencies. Prabhav manifestations are also of two varieties, temporary and eternal. What are the temporary? Like the Mohini, Hansa and Shukla forms are manifested only as temporary. And the four-handed form is known as Prabhav Prakash. So like this, these technicalities are there. Vaibhav forms are manifested in relation with excellences. So an example that is given is when the body is similar but the color is different from Sri Krishna, that is known as Vaibhav. So Lord Balram is exactly just like Krishna, but only his color is different. Krishna is blackish, Balram is whitish. But in potency, they are both the same. Same, exactly the same. So in Vaibhav Prakash feature, the Lord manifests himself as Lord Balram, and in Balram feature, he is as good as Krishna. So like this, we find that when Krishna appeared in the jail, he appeared as the four-armed Narayan. When Vasudeva and Devaki prayed to him, his mother Devaki, so that time when he appeared as the four-armed, that is known as Vaibhav Prakash. So like this, there are so many technicalities that are there in this particular chapter. Now, one may ask that why go into all these details? It is so mind-boggling and so much to remember. That is because Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wanted to establish the that Lord, the son of Nanda Maharaj, is non-different from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through scriptural evidence. On a lighter note, I would like to end today's class. First of all, again, I would like to wish you all a wonderful, happy, Krishna conscious New Year. Year after year after year, we are going through the process, and time is Krishna himself, Kalo Asmi. There's a nice verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam that we are all dependent. Kala karma gunadino deho ayam pancha bhautika katham manyana gopayet sarpa grasta yatha param. So time is like a big sarpa, like a python, ajgar. And we think that we can do this and we can protect this and we can protect this and we can do so many things. But we are dependent on Kal. We are dependent on Kal. We are dependent on karma. We are dependent on our gunas, the three gunas, tamagun, rajagun, and satagun. We are completely dependent. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasa ahankara vimudatma krataham iti manyate. So we are completely dependent. We are not free. We are not free. Kala karma gunadhino. We are adhin. Deho, this body, ayam pancha bhautika, made of these five material elements. Katham anyan gopayam. How we can protect others? If we think that is our ahankar, that I can do this and I can protect and I can do this. Sarpa grasta yathaparam. We are always permanently right in front of a huge python with a mouth open. And any time that python, Kal Rupi python, can devour us or can swallow us. That is our situation. But the best way is through practicing Krishna consciousness more and more. We make new resolutions every year. Especially in the Western countries, the maximum number of people that the resolutions they make that I'm going to join the gym, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to stop smoking, I'm going to stop drinking, I'm going to make $1 million this year. These are the resolutions. But what is it for us? Our resolution should be, how many rounds Prabhupada recommended that we should chant minimum? Loudly. Wrong. His Divineness Prabhupada, 16, minimum 16 good rounds. Minimum 16, 16 अच्छी माला है. अच्छा शब्द बहुत important है, good rounds. So we have to make that resolution. नए साल का हमें ये संकल्प करना चाहिए. We should make that I will chant minimum 16 good rounds. If that happens, everything else will fall in place. So on a lighter note, I would like to end Srila Prabhupada's comment on this particular verse that was made, and hopefully everybody will have some humor here. Prabhupada says, this is in relation to Prabhu and Vaibhav Prakash. Devotee, it's a question answer. Yes, it's from the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. I wanted some explanation about all this. So Prabhupada, meaning Vaibhav and Prakash. a devotee is asking Srila Prabhupada this question. So Prabhupada says, that explanation is there. Why you are asking me? Why you are asking me? That is, I don't remember exactly what is the features of Vaibhav. So the point is, it's so funny that Prabhupada says, I don't remember exactly. It is complicated, no doubt. That is there. But the Vaibhav, Prabhav, Vaibhav Vilas, they are detailed descriptions of Krishna's expansion. They are described there. You can refer to Chaitanya Charita, Prabhav, Vaibhav, Vilas. They are expansions of Krishna, different avatar, incarnation, and part of it. So it is huge list. Prabhupada says it is a huge list. And it is not always possible to remember them in detail. Better refer to book. Is that all right? So, anybody interested in the technicalities? Amazing chapter after chapter after chapter, it has been described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. But it does not necessarily have to remember if one has full faith that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is non-different from Sri Krishna and he has come to save us by giving us the holy name. Hare Krishna! If one has even taken the holy name very sincerely, everything will be revealed in their hearts. Everything will be revealed, all these secrets. Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite par, tomar shakti ache, ami to kangal, Krishna Krishna boli, dhai tava pache pache. So Krishna is there with the great personalities like Srila Prabhupada. Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite par, you can give Krishna. Ami to kangal, we are completely like a beggar. We don't have, we are complete without any spiritual wealth, kangal. We are simply following you after you. So we should follow Srila Prabhupada as it is. यथा रूप में हमें प्रभुपाद जी का जो है अनुसरण करना चाहिए. तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you all very much. His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada की, श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की, गौर प्रेमानंदे, गौर प्रेमानंदे. Hare Krishna. So, anybody has any quick questions before we started late? So, if there are a couple minutes left, we can take questions. किसी का कोई प्रश्न है? Right there behind Prabhuji, one person. Right there.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
As you said that if once one theorizes Srimad Bhagavatam, we should read Chaitanya Charitamrita. But it may take a lot of time to theorize Srimad Bhagavatam. Is there we should keep reading Srimad Bhagavatam or we should at least catch up open Chaitanya Charitamrita?
So that's a good question. Every Monday there is a class for Chaitanya Charitamrita. So definitely you can attend that. But one will understand Chaitanya Charitamrita with a lot of relish. Relish means you will like it if we have understood Srimad Bhagavatam. Unless and until we don't understand the Tattva, which is the foundation, we will not understand Rasa. So yes, you can read simultaneously if you want, but you have to examine yourself, or your mentor will guide you, saying that okay, you can read. So that way, they know what your progress is. So that way you can determine. But thoroughly read Bhagavad Gita first nicely, Srimad Bhagavatam, and then attend the classes every Monday if you are interested. Everybody thinks, oh, Chaitanya Charita PhD, I want to get PhD right away. Is that possible? No. Even Prabhupada gives this example. When a married couple gets married, they want a child. The family wants a child. When will we get our first grandson, granddaughter? So, but we have to wait at least 9 months. Dhairya. We have to have patience. Then we can. So, patience is required very nicely. And that utsaha should always have. Utsaha, dhairya, nishchaya, like Rupa Goswami says. So, that way. But Mondays, this is open for everyone to listen. And sometimes I don't know how many of you all could, it's a tough subject, even for me, or all these years reading, because these are all technicalities. And then ultimately we don't not interested in this technique. We are only interested in the sweet, loving pastimes in Vrindavan. That's the ultimate goal. Hare Krishna. I hope I was able to satisfy your query. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. And thank you for the class. I don't have any question right now, but I want to tell you that I just said that you need this stay connected. Even I was also searching for many other questions, like Jai Swaminarayan and also joining this one. So I'm very happy now. I joined for 5 years now. And so,
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai!
Very true. Amazing realization. And it is so important, always stay in ISKCON. We may have some difficulties, but don't, like in a family, don't we have difficulties? Which family is 100% smooth? कौन सा ऐसा फैमिली है जहां पर कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं है, लेकिन कोई फैमिली छोड़ के जाता है क्या? Nobody leaves the family. So this is our family. We should always stay together, help each other. Hare Krishna. Yes, yes, Prabhuji. I actually live in two places, Chicago and also Niagara Falls, Canada side. But I travel quite a bit. So New Vrindavan is one of the places where I go like several times a year. So Shishi Kishore Kishori. Hare Krishna. There is one more question, last question, please.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for going into the details of Lila 2.97, and making the class clear. So my question is, you spoke about Krishna being the avatar of Vishnu, being a hoax that's been taught to us. But we see the Dashavatara story. It's mentioned that Krishna is one of the avatars. So how do we decipher and understand?
In Das Avatar Stotra, there is no Krishna. Count. There is Balram, but there is no Krishna. Check it. Jaydev Goswami's Das Avatar Stotra, because Krishna is the fountainhead. He is not an avatar. I can immediately pull it out if you want for, and it is important because it's a good question. It's a good question. If anybody has found it before me, please give it to me. Did anybody find it? Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So here it says, in the first verse, Keshava Dhrita Meena Shadira. So that is the fish avatar. Matsya. Keshava Dhrita Kurma Shadira. Second. Because it's Keshava, it's Krishna. So Krishna is very clear, but I wanted to clarify that. So Keshava Dhrita Kurma Shadira. The Kurma avatar or the tortoise avatar. Number 3. Keshavadrita Sukara Rupa. Sukara Rupa is the, which avatar? The boar incarnation. Then the fourth one, Keshavadrita Narari Rupa, Lord Nrsingadev. Number 5, Keshavadrita Vaman Rupa, Vaman Dev. Number 6, Keshavadrita Bhrigupati Rupa, which is Parshuramji. Number 7, Keshavadrita Rama Shadira. Ram means Balram. Okay. Number 8, Keshwadita Rama Sharira is Lord Ramachandra. And then Keshava, number 8 is Keshavadrita Haldar Rupa. Haldar is Lord Balram. Number 9, Keshavadrita Buddha Sharira, Lord Buddha. And number 10, Keshavadrita Kalki Sharira. So there is no Krishna here. Because Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom all these avatars appeared. All these 10. Is that clear?
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for your wonderful question. Haribol. So, thank you again, all, everybody. Wishing you all a wonderful, happy, Krishna conscious New Year. Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Jai.